everybody, and hope you're all doing well. So, I'm not going to show the front, but this is another card buy-in that I did with Jeff Shaw Racing. Simply put, Jeff Shaw. So, these are the cards that I got in the draw, which, if I remember correctly, I bought 2 teams and won a third. So let's take a look, see what we got. Oh, that was off air. Good. So we have some. If you're interested in Baja homes, please visit. Gasharam Bajwa, your top listing agent for Home Life Maple Leaf. You gotta admit that's pretty awesome. And an ingenious way to recycle. So let's see, and as always, Jeff and his sons package things very well. Again, hey, recycling adds another layer of protectivity onto things, and again, I had for picks here I went kind of off the board on this one because I seen that it was kind of some retro stuff, so it was like, but that's basically where we went. I went, here's the thing, here's of course my username and the teams in question. These are Buffalo Sabres, New Jersey Devils, and New York Islanders. And this was a retro break. And hey, I love the new card, Jeff. That's awesome. I don't know if that was like that before. And just for those that are curious and whatnot, there's again Jeff's car. So with that said, not sure what all these marks are on the front of this one. Very strange. But one of the things that was great about this is there's cards in here that are from back in the day that are of a set I actually did collect as a kid. So that's what makes this awesome. So when there was an indication that there was cards like that in this, I was very interested in buying in. So as always, 2 sheets well packed by Jeff and the boys. Let me see if I can move the camera down a bit better. Yeah, that actually works. So, let's crack into them and show you folks what I basically got. Let me tape these things off. Also of interest to note, this actual OBS recording, I'm recording on my, I just picked up a new secondary hard drive that I got on a deal from Amazon Canada. That's a current tech hard drive, 2 terabyte M.2 drive. I was able to get for $61 down, and then $37 a month for 4 months after the fact. So an awesome deal in that regards. And it should enable me to have a little bit better rendering times with this over OBS. So, actually, while I'm at it, I might as well just do them all. That way it's a lot easier to take them out. Again, if you ever decide to resell or ship cards, this is one kind of cheaper way to do so, and just even a little bit of blue painter's tape can you know, save that from the cards flipping out all over the place. So again, as I said, it's 7 minutes already. Yeep. It's going to be a long video. By the way, this will be video 1 of 2 today that I'm releasing. So spider legs, what a beautiful stand to have. Spider legs, do 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 do. Okay. There. So let's start out with sheet number 1 and the first set of cards. So, some cool cards here. Actually, there we go. It's better. Okay, well, was better. Too much light. But anyways, Alexander McGillney. These are from the old Upper Deck. $19.91. So if you ever wondered what Upper Deck's cards looked like in 91, or sorry, 91, 92, that's basically what they looked like. Another one. And here's an old school Bowman. And this one was of Dean Kennedy. Mike Foligno. A Parkhurst Buffalo Sabres checklist. Good old Clint Malarchuk. Tops. And Alexander McGillney with Vancouver Canucks. And this was actually Don Ross. This is actually a Don Ross leaf. And you can't see it. Oh, you can kind of see it there. There you go, leaf. So this was Don Ross's leaf hockey product back in '95. Oddly enough, I'm not sure if Don Ross did try to come into the Canadian market with a product, but here's again another cool leaf. We can get the to not focus so much, but or focus, but there we go. Donald Odette. Leaf. Product. Dmitry Kulikov upper deck. And this was kind of one of the nice little things. It's a mini card of Gilbert Perreault. And this was actually from the SO All-Star collection. Way back. Actually, it doesn't have a date on it. But that's an awesome card that I got. And a Jeff Skinner. And from Simpsons fame there. So let's see, here's another one. Dale Hawerchuk, rest in peace. And this is O-Pee-Chee Premier, I believe. Yep, 1991. So this is when O-Pee-Chee tried to go premium with their hockey cards, and they didn't exactly put gloss, but they did something with their styles. Dave Snuggerroot. I think I'm going to kind of flip through a lot of these. Ooh. I gotta sit in this chair better. Don't want to be buggering up my back. Matt Molson. Upper deck. Nice thicker stock. And an O-Pee-Chee Darren Pupa. Yeesh. Yeah, I don't want to throw these because these are in really good shape. And this O-Pee-Chee card is a 1991. And again, a 91-92 Upper Deck, Dave Snuggerroot. Now, here is actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these out, just for argument's sake here. Some of these ones make it a lot easier to kind of shuffle through them that way. So I think I probably got, I'm venturing to guess here, about maybe 50 to 100 cards, which isn't too bad for $5 a team buy-in. And we'll move these off to up over here. So, Jared Scaldi. Now these cards back in the day, 92-93 Fleer Ultra. These were beautiful cards. And it was kind of, I loved the design of them way back in the day. They were an awesome set. And the cool little flamey puck thing here. You can kind of see there a little bit. So here's a Uppers Deck Collector's Choice Series card. Sergey Brelin. There's a newer Upper Deck. Copper foil. It's just, I think, part of the regular series. Now here's another version of Peachy Premier from 1994. This is Bruce Driver. '94 Premier Hockey. Scott Stevens. Pretty nice looking card. Another Bowman Devils Bruce Driver. Again, the cool old school cardstock. See, some of these hockey cards that some of the people did back in the day were done very well. So here's again Don Ross's attempt at hockey. Sergei Petrenko. And this was 1994. Now, I don't think, again, like I said, Topps never did make it into Canada, I don't think. Topps was primarily a hockey card seller brand in the USA, and Peachy was in Canada. So here's a Kurt Muller. And this is a Topps 1990. Again, another 1994 Don Ross. Bobby Halik. Not sure what year this one is of the Don Ross. Oh. Apparently this is a 1995 Don Ross. You see the cool little foily thing. Nice back profile. Here is actually one of the cards I did own in my youth, and I did collect this series way back in 1984. This one is off-centered, or maybe even was cut. The reason why I mention that is, look at the top here. Maybe it was dinged and maybe it was recut. Otherwise it should look like that down at the bottom. And so I actually had this series way back in the day. And this is again the 1984 O-Pee-Chee. And these went for 75 cents Canadian a pack. All right. Another Upper Deck. Dominic Hasek. You can see the gloss is kind of playing with the autofocus plus with the light. Another Upper Deck. David Legwand. Yuri Kimlev. And it looks like if I tilt it just like that, the autofocus kind of focuses and defocuses on from the gloss on some of these cards. Here's another one. And this one actually does have a slight ding in the corner down here. But that doesn't take too much away from the actual shape of the card. The card itself is mint, though they aren't a very well-known player. Real Cloutier, if I remember correctly how that's pronounced. And here again we have what O-Pee-Chee looked like in 1991. Darren Shannon. More recent Upper Deck card. Doug Bogger. I just gotta keep remembering to tilt the card slightly. Great Buffalo Sabres player. Pierre Turgeon. So that's the first sleeve of cards. Like I said, I probably end up scoring about 50 to 100 cards in this. Which isn't too bad. And, you know, getting fancy cards is cool and all, but, you know, the big thing about the trading card hobby is the simple fact that, you know, basically people are now looking at it not necessarily for nostalgia purposes. Well, some people are, but some people are looking at it in the way of, you know, like stock, like investing in the stock market, and that kind of sucks in a sense because it really takes away from the, you know, the enjoyment of the cards and of the hobby in itself. Like, you know, you wouldn't necessarily be into these trading cards, you know, if you weren't a fan of the sport. So, I mean, in that aspect, it kind of sucks. So again, I'm just kind of flip through things here quickly because this is already 27 minutes. Some of these are the same. Bobby Halik. Back of the card. Here is a 1995-96 Fleer Ultra. And this is kind of where Fleer Ultra started becoming a little crappy in the way they're designed. They just mucked around with their design a little too much and kind of started making it look a little meh. $1990 O-Pee-Chee. Mr. Driver. Mr. Beep Beep. Taylor Hall on the New Jersey Devils. Second year New Jersey Devil, Taylor Hall. We have again a 1994 O-Pee-Chee Premier, Bobby Halik. Again, one of my favorite sets And to me, back in the day, were the premier hockey and baseball card next to Stadium Club. Fleer Ultra. They had a nice gloss, decent stock. Like I said, these went for about between $3 and $4 a pack back in the day. Both the hockey and the baseball. So here's another Premier Hockey Scott Stevens League Leader card. Apparently this is 1994 Topps Premier Hockey, as indicated down at the bottom there. Usually if they don't show anything on the surface of the year, always look at the bottom. Now this one's pretty centered, pretty good, doesn't look like it's messed with, and it's again another one of the cards that I had from back in 1984. Jan Ludwig of the New Jersey Devils. Okay, this one's a 1989 OPC Devils team card, I guess they called it. Next up again, we're with the 1995 Don Ross. And this is Stumpy Steve Thomas, famously known for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Chicago Blackhawks. And another one, same series. Same team, time. Sergei Brylin. He was Brylin in D. Oh, sitting on my computer chair the long way. Okay, now we got there's a 1989 OPC of Patrick Flatley. Your upper deck of Travis Hamonic. Here we have 1994 Don Ross. Here's an awesome name for a player. Steve Junker. Steve Junker. Now, we'll say Don Ross was kind of This is a newer one. Former Leaf, Uncle Leo Komarov. who is currently back in the KHL. According to this, 1, 2, 3, it was 5 years on the Leafs. Didn't amount to too much, which is why he's back to the KHL. So this is Zygmunt Palffy, and this is a 1991 Upper Deck. Focus already. Yeah, well. You see it. Here's a newer Upper Deck. SP Authentic. Oh. This actually might be worth a couple bucks. 2020-2001 SP Authentic Hockey from Upper Deck. Jack Hughes. Again, another great thing about buying like this is that you can actually see how many different styles of cards. Like here's a 90-91 Upper Deck hockey, which to me, their hockey and their baseball at the time, for some reason, were seen as such a popular premium product, but honestly, compared to like some of these other cards we've seen from the time frame, like the Fleer Ultra here, like you're telling me that Upper Deck at the time was worth more money than a Fleer Ultra card? Like glossy, foily, really well done back. So this is I'm not even sure if this is actually a Kevin Todd rookie. Well, actually, it would say rookie up underneath the Fleer Ultra there, if it did. But first season. Upper Deck 91-92. Former Detroit Red Wing and New Jersey Devil. Chris Terreri. Well, I guess apparently he was with the Devils before he actually went on to Detroit. Interesting. And again, we have a newer Upper Deck card. '97 Upper Deck. Dennis Pettersson. A nice little bit of foily action going on there. Again, like I said, some cards were nice, some cards, for example, like these tops, meh. But again, this is a Topps product from 1990. but the in regards to the O-Pee-Chee and Topps products, they really didn't change much over the years. There's another cool hockey name, Hubie McDonough, because he's McDonough. Wow, I didn't anticipate the length of this being this long. So if you've happened to actually stick through the whole video, thank you very much. So here's a newer one. This is 2021-22 Artifact Hockey. And it's Semyon Varlamov. It's the Varlamov. Another newer one from Upper Deck. Anthony Beauvillier. This one I remember precisely because back in the day, in 1984, the New York Islanders were a very hot team, and he was a premium defenseman at the time. But this is the card that I grew up collecting, like I said. These O-Pee-Chees from '84, and I regret getting rid of them. But then again, though, in your youth, you don't think otherwise. So, again, another a premium product, probably a little overcharged by, again, Upper Deck, since they have the monopoly of owning pretty much probably about 90% of the hockey branded the hockey sports card brands out there. This is Allure, and it's a Jean-Gabriel Pageau and a chromey aluminum and clear coat. Again, I'm going to try to keep this under 45 minutes because I didn't anticipate it being that long. So we'll just quickly go through these last cards. Again, beautiful 93-94 Flair Ultra. Another Don Ross by Leaf. You can see the foily thingy up there. Danny Lorenz, who didn't do anything as far as I know. I'm going to save the one card to last. It's another newer Upper Deck of Jason Chimera. And lastly, these were the other premium cards at the time. From 1991, these to me were the second most coolest cards you could get. Was Topps Stadium Club. And these ones you definitely paid 4. You probably paid about between $4 and $5 a pack for, but I mean, they used Kodak paper, and not to mention this cool aspect of the actually having one of the players' previous hockey cards on the back was another cool aspect of that. So, anyways, it's just over 45 minutes. If you've happened to watch this long, thank you very much, and I will be posting up another video shortly checking out some cheaper options that are out there available in dollar stores. So take care, and bye for now.